Guys, we have this question right here. It's asking calculate frame reactions and find reactions at A and D. So let's see how we can do this. So first of all, we have to mention the forces here. So this is A. It's gonna have a vertical force AY and a horizontal force AX, and also this is gonna have DY and DX. So these are the forces we are going to have, and if you see, we have four unknowns, and we can't really calculate much by keeping this way. So let's break it down into parts and see what we can find. So first of all, I draw AB. So I draw this here so we can AB. So this is AB. So in A we have AX and AY. AX acting in this direction and AY acting in this direction. And in B, if I break it into two parts, we're gonna have BX and BY. It doesn't matter which direction you put. It depends on the answer. Like when you get, if you get negative, then the assumption is wrong. That's how we find it. So this is BX and this is going to be BY, and that's it. And we have a 5 kilonewton per meter acting on it, and this is 10-meter height. So this is actually this picture representing equal force acting on each components. So to, since this is kilonewton per meter, right, 5 kilonewton per meter, so I have to actually find out what force is acting on it, what force acting on it. So to find that, I have to multiply this kilonewton per meter by this distance. If I calculate that, I will get exactly what force acting on the middle. So if I calculate, it's going to be 50 kilonewton. So this is going to be exactly in the middle. So it's going to be acting in 5 meter, right? So this is how we find this one. And let's draw the other components. So if I take BC, I would like to choose different colors. Okay, this BC, and then if I break it into BC, what the only thing we have to remember is that when we choose other components, like if I break this one into two parts, so whichever direction you do here, we have to put opposite direction to this one in the other joint. So if BX is acting on this side, it means AX has to be opposite side, this side, and BY should be going in the upper direction. Then C, we can pick whatever direction we want. Let's say this is, so this is BY, this is BX, and let's say this is CY, this is CX, and also we have a 5 kilonewton per meter acting on it. So to find exactly what is the force acting in the middle, I have to multiply it simply by this distance. So if I multiply, I will get 5 kilonewton per meter times 15 is going to be 75 kilonewton. So it's going to be acting in the middle, exactly 7.5 distance. 75 kilonewton, and it's acting in the 7.5 meter distance, and that's all we know. Now let's move to the other components. It's DC. So if I take DC, okay. So if I take DC, since we have CX in this direction, I have to take opposite direction. So CX should be facing this side, and CY should be facing down. And that's it. And this is a two member, and also we have not two members, three member actually. So we have dx dy right here. So let's put this one down here, dx and dy, and this is 10-meter height. So that's all we have. So from this information, what we can figure it out, let's see what we can find. For example, if I take this BC, and if I take one moment around B, I can calculate CY, because CY is the only one gonna create moment and CX is not gonna create moment, right? So I can find CY. Let's do this one. So I'm taking the BC component and taking moment around B. So moment around B is going to be 0 in statics, and if I take counterclockwise positive, this is going to be 75 acting clockwise, so it's going to be minus 7.5 times 75, and CY is acting counterclockwise, so it's going to be positive. CY times the total distance is 15 meters, so it's going to be CY times 15 equal to 0. So if I calculate CY, it comes out to be minus 37.5 kilonewton. Therefore, we know the direction we picked it, it should be acting on opposite direction. So that's what it means if it's negative. So from this information, I can find stuffs here. So if cy is this one, let's see. We can find the dy. If I take, well, let's find all the values we can find in BC first. So if I know cy, I can find by. Summation of f of y is equal to 0 in statics. If I take upper direction positive and solve for this one, it's going to by is going to be positive because it's acting upside, and minus 75. Then cy also upside, so it's going to be positive. Cy equal to 0. And if I solve for this one, I'll get by is equal to so question is asking find the reaction in A and D. So we don't really have to find this one, but if you calculate, it's going to be minus 75 minus 37.5. It's going to become plus in the other side. Yeah, plus. So we don't really have to find this one. We only thing we have to find is A and D components. So let's find this one. So I can use this one. So since we have found the cy already, I can simply substitute here. So minus 37.5 kilonewton. So from this one I can calculate dy. So if I calculate dy, it's gonna come. So let's see. Sigma fy is equal to 0. I'm taking in DC, right? DC. And if I take upper direction positive, dy is going to be positive and cy is going to be negative, equal to 0. Dy is equal to cy, and since we know the cy already, it's going to be negative 37.5 kilonewton. So this is the answer for dy. So dy also opposite direction. Then we can find dx. If I take moment around c, I can calculate dx. Or I can, because I don't know this first. Let's see, dx time. Okay, let's say moment around c. Moment on C is equal to 0 in statics, counterclockwise positive. And if I solve this one, dy is not going to create any movement because it's exactly in the same direction to this C. Therefore it's not going to create any movement. Dx is going to create movement. It's going to be in the clockwise direction, so it's going to be negative dx times 10. That's the only thing creating movement, so it's going to be equal to 0. So from this one we can find dx is equal to 0. Negative dx is 0, therefore dx is also 0. So this is what dx creates. Then what else we can find? Dx, dy, that's all we need to know. So we have found all the components of d. We have to find ax and ay. So to do this one, I can take the whole picture right now because it will be easier to calculate. So here we have calculated it's 50 kilonewton, and here we have 75 kilonewton. Okay, let's calculate. So to find the x, I can use summation of f of x equal to 0, and if I take this direction positive and calculate this one, ax is going to be positive plus 50, then dx is going to be negative, so negative dx comes out to be 0, and we know dx is 0 already, so we don't have to worry about that. Then ax, we can find ax is going to be equal to negative 50 kilonewton. So this is our ax, and we have to find ay. To find ay, I can use summation of fy. Summation of fy is equal to 0, and if I solve for this one, if I take upper direction positive, if I solve for this one, I will get ay positive and 75 negative because acting downward, minus 75. Then we have dy acting upside, so it's going to be positive dy equal to 0. So ay minus 75 dy is equal to minus 37.5, so minus 37.5 equal to 0. If I calculate ay, it comes out to be so wait a minute. So this is 75, okay, and ay is in the upper direction, 75 in the down, and 37.5 in the dy, right? So dy is acting down, between dy is acting down, so we have 2 down, and ay is acting up. So if I find this one, I will get 75 plus 37.5 is going to be 105, 112, 112.5, right? Yeah, 100 negative, so it's going to be positive 112.5 kilonewton. So this is my final answer. I hope you guys like this video. See you next time.